All right, let's talk TikTok. So yesterday we got YouTube, we've talked Instagram, we talked Facebook. Now let's get into TikTok. I think tomorrow we'll go over LinkedIn. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. I am wearing my A Brilliant Tribe sweater. I've got a heart on my left chest if you're watching on YouTube. If not, don't worry. Just a cool sweater. If you want one, let me know. I think we're selling them. I just don't know where it's located. All right, let's talk TikTok engaging for 2025. I really want to focus on three things on this episode. Number one, live sessions. They're working exceedingly well. Number two, telling stories, always about stories, especially on TikTok. And number three, giving updates. And I think this one is a little bit more nuanced. So let's get right into it. Number one, I want you to, and by the way, if you need the Google Doc, I've got this. I have it outlined here. I've got 4 sections. One of them, actually, we're going to go into all 4 of these. I think we'll have a little bit of time there. Number one, mastering TikTok Live for your niche. For your niche is the key. Here's what I've got. I need you to have a good title. I need you to hook people, and expect this because when you do a live on TikTok and on Instagram too, but on TikTok, let's say your niche, like my niche, is real estate. And let's say I'm going to talk about the market. Let's say I'm going into the news and I'm saying, how will the tariffs affect the real estate market, if any? We're already watching it. We're watching mortgage rates go down. And are they going to go lower? Make sure that it's a topic that people can relate with and know that people are going to come in and out on a live. So you may get 20 people watching, but total, it'll probably be over 100 because people are come in, come out. And now when you're doing a live, if you do a live for a minute, you failed. Don't do that. You're looking to do a live for at least 15 minutes straight. Now, the longer you get into 30 minutes, an hour, kind of like a webinar that you're doing. Think of it that way. And as long as you have the right topics that you're going to talk about, I would say outline it, grab a piece of paper or however many papers it takes, print it out and talk, right? And then you can go through and repeat things, ask questions. People will ask so many questions on there. Those do extremely well, especially if your topic is on point. But remember, whatever your niche is, that's the key. Number two, the power of niche storytelling on TikTok. I use the word niche a lot here, and it's really important that you niche down on TikTok, just like YouTube, just like we talked about yesterday. But when you add the storytelling piece to it, this is what makes TikTok so magical. And now I've got, as of today, I've got about 30. I'm going on TikTok, so you might hear it there. I've got 36,800 followers on TikTok, and those that perform well are stories. Anytime I tell a story, anytime I bring you into my world and explain something to you or showcase what's happening and give you my opinion, right? Very similar to what we talked about on YouTube yesterday. And now I want you to think of the same thing. I put on my end, I've got a few sections here. I put hook, emphasize the emotional connection of the story. Like, what's going to happen next? I helped a buyer and they almost lost all their money, right? Or it could be just image in the back saying these people are buying a home all cash, and they said it was the worst investment all cash of their lives, right? Something like that. B, why stories matter. Just like LinkedIn, by the way, which we'll talk about tomorrow. It's that people want to connect with you by knowing that you've gone through this whole process. And I want you to understand that it takes the sincerity piece of you showing up and telling this story that's going to be what connects people. And I think this might be why sometimes TikTok is a little bit challenging for some people. They're like, I don't know. I want to say, I don't know what I need to say. I don't know how to show up, right? And it's sometimes just about testing it out and screwing it up. So be prepared for that. Next, number 3, I want you to stay updated. But I want you to update your people. You have a niche, whatever this niche is. If it's about cats, if it's about boating, if it's about Fortnite, if it's about real estate, how will you keep people updated on TikTok? That's the story behind what you're talking about. It's like, okay, great, everyone, let's go to the tariffs again. You're watching mortgage rates drop so fast right now. Let me tell you the story behind this. Should you buy a house or should you wait? Are they going to drop more? Update, right? That's an update. And it's a strong hook. And I have to continually do this. You watch on my TikTok, I mostly talk about real estate, how the market is doing, what's happening in this market, what does this news media say about real estate, what is the interpretation of whatever that hook is of the title of the news article I'm sharing, right? It's an update on update on update. And the last one, you've got to put it all together. I need you to create some type of an action plan, because you can talk about it all you want, but if you actually never show up consistently, this is going nowhere. What's your action plan? Like, how many times a day are you going to do this? How many times a week are you going to do this? TikTok isn't like other platforms. TikTok really values the content. You could have 5 followers and your content can have millions of views. That's just the way it's designed. It's designed to reward the actual content. And the content here, this is where you need to prepare. This is why I said you've got to tell more stories here. You've got to relate with the people you're trying to attract through your storytelling. And lives do extremely well. So what's the action plan here? That's up to you. I would suggest, if you're going to do this, I would suggest you do it every other day. And your videos, probably make them under 3 minutes. You could definitely go more, but under 3 minutes, just so you can get into a groove and decide what this niche is going to be. Now, for me, I'll give you my niche. My niche is my bucket, my buckets, right? Here they are. There are 3. Super easy. And I acronymed it so I can remember. Some people call them your superpowers. I call them your buckets, right? My friend Lance London, I don't know why I call him Lance London. He's got 10 million followers on TikTok. He said, man, it's just your buckets. What are they? And they are always changing, right? Or you're always adding one. Mine are MTM. That's what I go to. Now, do I go outside of that? Sometimes I do. But mainly I talk about the market, real estate, M, right? That's easy. I talk about tech, whether it's AI or technology. And then I talk about mindset. And you watch me over and over talk about MTM. Anyway, that's where I think you should start when it comes to TikTok. You have a massive opportunity. It's amazing right now. Give it a shot. Have an awesome day.